Sure.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're here with Elliot, who played the regionals for One Piece on the weekend, and I'll let him explain everything from here and get hype.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Elliot Charters here, and as Joe said, I played the regional on the weekend with my team coming from JoJo's Hobby House, and we did pretty well today. I'll be showing a deck profile on my Strawbeard list, and I'll take it away from here. So we're going to start off with the 2K counters. Going to have the old trusty Otama. She's wonderful. The effect came up maybe 1 or 2 games. I find that I hold it a lot versus Green Kid, just to make sure that I can topple the 8 cost kid if it comes out. But most of the time it's a nice 2K counter. Then we're going to have the Machinos. In testing, came up a lot. I think versus some decks, like I said before, Green Kid, it is very nice, but a lot of the time they're just going to be clearing your 1 cost, so the on-field effect doesn't come up. However, just having that flexibility and the 2K counter is obviously really good. The next ones are just going to be your standard Straw Hat package for the 2K counters. Didn't play them a single time, and they're simply just searchable by Nami, which is why I run 6. So 14 overall for the 2K counters.
Very good, as long as you want one, it will always be a 6-6.
Next up, as I mentioned before, we're going to have 4 Namis. Incredible, just you want to be seeing this card when you're versing anything apart from black. Smoker, you can't play this card, unfortunately, so it just ends up being a 1K counter. But this card was clutch in my game to get into top 8. I opened Nami going first both games into the next card, which is Nico Robin. This card, at first, I was playing a lot more Vista than Nico Robin, but I realized that this is such an awkward number for Red to deal with, because if they want to Jet Pistol it, it feels pretty bad for them. And if they want to use Gordon plus Vista, that's a really nice trade, or a Tama plus Vista, feel really good about that trade. And if they have nothing to deal with it, then it's going to be burning at life and killing anything on the board. Next up, we're going to have the consistency package of the deck, which is going to be 4 Frankie, 3 Promo Luffy, and 3 Atmos. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get my hands on the 4th Promo Luffy before the event, but ideally, I would just have one of these. It didn't hurt me. Fortunately, none of my Namis whiffed for the weekend, which is really nice. But this makes your mulligan pattern excellent, especially going second, because you can always feel good about mulliganing for Edward Newgate, the 9 cost, and you know that you'll probably be able to see this one by your 4 turned on. Also, this is the exact reason why I actually got 1 win versus the champion in the semi-finals. Going second, I dropped one of these. It burns through too much life, and unless he has X-Drake, the green deck just cannot deal with this. Rest it if you will, you still won't be able to kill it. I'll just counter out of it every time. Then, last but not least, for the vanillas, we're going to be having Kingdu. It's very good going first and second, and in a lot of matchups, you just want to be discarding this out of your hand. The flexibility of the vanillas is what's really good, because people are just going to be trying to chip away at you for 6,000 every turn. So if you have 2 of these, you discard 1 and you play 1 on curve. So excellent card overall, and it can't be jet pistoled without anything else. So another one of those situations where if they use 2 cards, one of them being a Gordon or a Tama and then a jet pistol, then it feels really good for you. Now we're going to be getting on to the first big boy of the deck. Luffy is a great card. The unblockable came up really well versus green. Another situation where once it's down, even if you attack with it, there's no good way for them to just kill it straight up unless they double swing into it with their leader. And yeah, you see this card on 5 or 6, you feel great putting it down and getting some chip damage in. Next up, we have the 4 aces. Now, left my other 3 manga aces at home, as you know. Nah, just kidding. Had to play it when I made the top cut. Came up really nice in my top 8 game and in my top 4 game. Saw it, and yeah, it made a very big impact the whole time. This card, at the start, I had it at 3 because I was running another 2k counter, but I was always thinking, you want to be seeing 1 every single game to play it on 7 or 8, and if you see another one, it can be the follow-up that you need to kill people with your Whitebeard. So you can do something like 7, play ace, clear the board, or just go face. 9, you play the Whitebeard, and then at 10, you can play your second ace, minus anything like a law blocker, and then you can attach the 2-don to your Whitebeard, and when you kill, then it'll kill the blockers that they have. So that tech and that synergy really came up nicely. It also synergizes amazingly with Nico Robin if she's still on the field, because it can do the exact same thing as Whitebeard can. Next up, we have the 4 Newgate. Now, Newgate is an amazing card, pivotal to the strategy. The way that I was doing the strategy with this deck was to not take any damage early so that I can play the Newgate on curve. And when I play the Newgate, I still have 2 life remaining and I have 8,000 HP on my leader. So it makes it really hard to go into. If you see 2, most of the time it's just GG. MVP of the deck, when we get EZO, everyone's going to be in trouble. And last but not least, Radical Beam, amazing card, and another reason why I love going second with this deck, just because you feel really safe going into your ace turns and your Whitebeard turns, knowing that they can't just start chunking you really hard. Another thing that you could do with this card is a lot of the time, if you don't have your second Newgate, you'll be going into your last round with your last turn, with just 1 life left, and then you can leave up any amount of Don you want, up to like 4. People will sometimes just play really awkwardly into it, even if you don't have it, so they'll just be hitting for bad numbers. And if you do have it, then they just lose the game. So overall, a really good card.
So on the weekend, what did you come overall?
So I came top 4. In my top 16, I versed Zoro and won the first one 2-0. I versed another Zoro in the top 8, and I beat him 2-1. And then I lost in the semifinals to the Eustace Kid player, who ended up winning overall.
So you came third then?
According to the way that it's ordered, I am 4th, but you know, we can all think what we want to think.
Rats. Overall, what was your hardest matchup?
It was definitely Johan in round 6. He was playing a slightly different Whitebeard build. He was playing a Moby Dick Straw Hat hybrid. And as soon as I saw him put down the Moby Dick and he won the dice roll, I knew that I was in trouble. And it ended up being a real nail biter. He lived, his final cards in his hand, he did have a couple of 2Ks and his 1 Radical Beam. However, he played really well around it. When I saw that he was trading instead of going into my life, I knew that he was feeling pretty comfortable with it. But yeah, he was a really good player, and props to him. I think he unfortunately didn't end up making the top 8, but he was steamrolling everyone in day 1.
And what was the favorite play you made on the weekend?
I think the favorite play that I made on the weekend was definitely just having situations where I would leave up, let's say, 4 Don open, and I didn't even have a radical beam in my hand, and my opponent they would just give up and be like, oh, I can't kill this guy. And I'm just thinking, if you just go face, I'm dead. But they ended up just, like I said, trading badly, just trading into my cards, and then I just started discarding 1k counters, and then just bring it back and end up winning in the next turn. So that always feels good.
Yeah, wow. You used to bluff people out and then they
Absolutely.
attack for bad numbers.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to flex for coming fourth at this event?
Yeah, so got the Serial Luffy that the top 8 players got. Lovely card. I'm way too tempted to use this as a leader at locals, but even though I know I shouldn't. And of course, we've got our lovely mat. The people at JoJo's, we had a lot of people who ended up making the top cuts. So we'll be repping these mats as kind of like, friend mats. And at first I was thinking about selling it, but I'd rather have the mat that all of us are using together. And I love this mat. It's really cute.
Congratulations, and thank you for the deck profile. All the best moving forward for the rest of the season, and OPO3 is around the corner. So
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
thank you. Catch you next time.